This episode is sponsored by the ever-present and ever-wonderful Jassim, Co-Star and Akinokazi, Zeril and Mr. Hen, Aeonic Vortex and Dutroid, Malicious One and C1. Are they related? Fight the Foo, who says, I have a heart on for the shaft. And H.S. Thompson, who says, don't take any guff off these swine. Our corporate sponsor for this episode is EGN, the Exetel Gaming Network. Hey guys, love the show. Please give us a shout out at http://games.exetel.com.au/forum. Any help would be greatly appreciated. And our IP for our Minecraft server is 220-233-0147. Cheers from Toad.
Can't sleep, gotta build. There's a ground that needs to be drilled, and all I wanna do is dig.
From the Dead Workers Party, a podcast about all things Minecraft. Enjoy your stay in the Shaft.
The Shaft, episode 17, recorded on January 23rd, 2011.
I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Wes Wilson.
And I'm Eric Fullerton. Welcome to episode 17. Woo! And we have some special guests today. We have Satori and Avidya.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hey guys. So you guys are from Discover Server Network. Is it a network? A gaming network?
Indeed. Discover Gaming Network.
Excellent. And you guys have the coolest servers on the block. I mean, I love going there. We all go there and we all play together and build little secret layers and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun.
It's pretty cool when you're like building secret layers with like the bosses. You know, it always makes you feel more special,
like a boss.
Like a boss.
So when did you guys first start this endeavor?
Back in October is when we all kind of met and decided to try our hand at hosting some servers. And Malicious One was the one with the original VPS that we started on. And we kind of just grew from there. We got a really good feedback. We started with just the creative with like protection so that anything that was built was not going to be griefed. We had a really good permission system and just kind of went from there.
Yeah, you guys have really good mods and just things going on. It feels...
We'll put it this way. You've got good like mods and good servers and good people. And how did you pull this off? This is like an amazing mix of chaos from the depths of the internet.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's where we kind of started it from, was just a good group of people. We had played on a couple of other servers together, and it was mostly the group, the community is what we kind of based everything off of. I mean, a Minecraft server is a Minecraft server no matter where you play, but it's the people that you play with that makes it really extra special. And I think that we did a really good job with picking people that are really creative as far as what they do in game, and we've got a lot of really talented people that have been able to help keep the server kind of up and running. And it's just been we have a good time no matter whether we're on survival or creative or chaos or whatever. It's just a good time.
Yeah, and you guys also have like an in-house developer that creates add-ons for you guys. Is that true?
Yeah, we have a lot of in-house stuff done. We have a few programmers that are just really, really smart when it comes to computer stuff, and I'm not smart in that stuff, but they're genius, so it's great to have them around, and we appreciate them very much.
So are they having a lot of issues with the whole HMod going away in Bucket coming down the pike?
Yeah, sadly, because of that, most of our servers are downs. Because we can't protect them, we don't want to bring them up and have people catching things on fire and placing lava in our best buildings. And so a lot of the fun stuff has been down while we're waiting for Bucket, and those guys seem like they're dragging, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was going to say dragging ass, but...
Yeah, it seems like a lot of what we're waiting on right now is licensing issues with them. It seems like I hear daily on their site, they're working through those, and that kind of blows that it's that end of it that may be holding things up.
Yeah.
Well, they're releasing developer builds that you can test, and they're missing like really fundamental things, like the actual hook for when someone dies, and the ability to give permissions to someone else to ban. So really, you couldn't even have a mod the way that the bucket's working right now. So
Yeah.
it looks like there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, and our host said that they could put it on our server, but they said the ones that had it were crashing a lot and having to get restarted a lot. So I guess
There's some really bad corruption bugs right now, but we've been every day. We have a test server up that's testing the latest updated buckets. So that as soon as it is at least somewhat workable, we can try and get some of those servers back up. But it's a waiting game.
Yeah.
It seems like there should. I mean, with the popularity of multiplayer, I would also think that Notch and them would be a little more interested in making sure that there's some admin tools in place.
Yeah, and we do have some news about Bucket and Mojang in the news section where we will talk a little bit about that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Are we ready to start whistling?
Yes, we are. Let's do it.
Yay!
Yay for journeys.
It's like a journey when we're sitting in our chairs.
Yeah. Good one, Wes.
Thanks. I'll go first if you want me to, because I'm in a good mood.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so the first thing I did was, since Chaos was down, and that's kind of been my multiplayer home lately, I've been getting on Minecraft Workbench's server. Because he's got some good people over there, and it's nice and stable. And I found a nice hilltop to sit the platform. I don't know what it is. I keep having these dreams of what I want to do with my house, and they're very Frank Lloyd Wright. I kind of want these horizontal platforms with the building in between it, but have it kind of meld into the mountain and have a great view and all the. I have all these dreams, and then I build a platform and then I start digging. And I'm like, this was supposed to be Frank Lloyd Wright, and this looks more like, a wooden flat platform.
Wes Lloyd wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I needed building tools and materials and stuff. So, and while Luckland was nice and gave me all diamond, tools to work with, I started digging into the earth, and then I got distracted by this crazy cave system, right? And so I'm wandering around it, and it's one of these ones where you're like, holy cow, how can this thing keep going? And I spent good 2 hours exploring it. I mean, I just was all over the place, and I found like lapis lazuli, I had iron, I had diamonds, I had everything. And then I got to this one place, and I'm like, okay, well, I should probably start heading back, right? Mm-hmm. And there was this one place where I just needed to jump over some lava. Right?
Oh no!
Does everybody see where this is going?
And yeah,
but like the land I was on the same level. Like it was like it wasn't deep. there was no hole. It was just there's one square of lava right there, and I got caught in the lava current. Right? Ooh. And I tried jumping out one side, I tried jumping out the other, and the worst part was that the health thing was regenerating me quickly, but just not quite fast enough to keep up with the damage the lava was doing. So I'm sitting there stuck in this lava, wondering how long I have to live as I'm healing and hurting at the same time,
Just start hitting Q as fast as you can.
And I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, I gotta get out of here. And my wife's like, what's going on? And I'm like, And then I died, and I was like, 2 hours, And my wife was worried about me.
I'm worried about you right now.
I was like,
and like your kids are crying.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it was really heartbreaking, So I died and lost all that stuff, and so then I and everybody's like, well, did you rave quit? And I'm like, no, I really kind of mope quit. Like I kind of went back to my platform, and I stood there, and I'm like,
wait, rave quit? I haven't heard that one. Do you start dancing?
Did I say rave? I thought I said rage. Oh, rage quit. Anyway, so
glow sticks.
So I kind of went back to my platform on the mountaintop, and I kind of moped, and I'm like, what's even the point? Should I even dig some more? Oh, it's late. I should go to bed. Oh, yeah. So I totally did. Yeah. But tomorrow is another day. Anyway, so I kind of did that. Anyway, the next day I logged on. I was getting more enthused, and I decided to like continue my stairwell, and I was doing a nice 4-wide stairwell down to the bedrock. I'm all working on, and I got to some lava. Right, and I found this beautiful kind of plain of lava, and I'm like, I'm just gonna dig through it. I'm gonna lay down cobblestone. I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna dig through it. And when you come down the stairs, you'll see this big bowl of lava all around the stairs, and you'll just keep going under, and it'll be cool.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So started digging, and I don't know if you've ever tried to dig through a lava pool.
No.
It is hard. It is difficult, and they had turned mobs back on. And so damage was real now.
Yeah.
And so that was really difficult. And finally, I spent probably a good 2 hours, and I'm almost underneath the lava. Right, I'm almost to where I can start, digging for real without having to worry about shoring off. And I hit bedrock immediately.
So
the lava
even go anymore.
No, the lava was sitting on the bedrock, and I was trying to dig under it.
You know what a good thing you can do if you're doing a lot of lava stuff is to make a little water pool somewhere. Mm-hmm. Just as a little safety fire extinguisher. Yep,
I had one of those.
You did?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And that was what I did for the Minecraft workbench server. Then we got the Shaftlands back up again. Yeah. But we put on a non-committal map on it. It's like the Friends with Benefits map, because you can get some, but there's no long-term relationship going on here.
All right.
And we logged on, and oh my gosh, we were having so much fun.
It was a blast.
It was really chaotic. Seagon had made a creeper pit. And we had mobs turned on, and he would go and lure creepers. Once the day started coming up, he would go and run around and grab a bunch of creepers and have them follow, and he would lead them into the pit. And he had a pit of about 20 creepers at one point in time. It was the coolest
thing, yeah.
And it had a glass roof, and you could stand on it, and it was like...
And a glass window. You could go down and look. Like, it had a little viewing area. Yeah. I guess kind of like a zoo, I guess.
Well, I was kind of worried to go down there, because I was worried the creepers would be just close enough to blow up.
Yeah.
Because they'll blow up through a door, or sometimes even through,
glass.
Yeah. So that was kind of... that was fun. And then I decided to make some lava lamps because we were playing at night a lot. And so I went up and built some big glass dishes and poured lava on top of them.
Yeah.
And then people griefed my lava lamps. And
oh, really? I didn't notice that.
But I did one other thing. I started experimenting with redstone circuits and note blocks.
Oh, good.
And I had never done that before. And I don't understand how you make magic like you do. I was able to make some fairly. I made 2 pulsers. I made the fast pulsar and the five pulsar,
right?
And fed them off onto things, and then I did a couple of other things. Like I branched the feed off of the 5 pulsar and ran it through an inverter, and that gave me I would have 2 notes going dink. Dink, and then on every other 2 notes, the inverter would make it so it was 4 notes playing. So it would go 4 notes, 4 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
2 notes. But I don't know how you put all those delays in there and things like that on your loops. Yeah. I really want to learn how you did that. But I built a house. I was kind of doing it over near spawn because I thought it would be kind of cool to have some generated in-game music. Around the time that people log in.
Yeah, that's
but
cool.
I was over there working on it, and I was building, and some people came to help, and they'd be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm experimenting with this."
Yeah.
And then they would start messing with the blocks I was doing. Oh no, you need to do it this way.
And it's so easy to untune them, right?
And you need to do it this way. Well, I had some people taking over my circuitry, throwing down more redstone, and I'm like, they're like, well, what are you doing over? And then I would leave what they were doing and go to another little part of the island that I built, and I'd start, and they'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. And then they'd come over and start building and putting, and I'm like, no. I am trying
Get off my lawn, you crazy kids.
Yeah.
I am trying to learn how to do this,
Get off my sandy
And so
beach.
finally, I'm like, fine, all passive aggressive, I'll go do my own stuff. Oh, and then they're like, what? Well, you just needed to tell me that you didn't want me. I'm like, I did. I told you twice. So I go and I build like a netherrack house up near the pit. And I make the roof a big piece of flat sandstone, and I started putting all my circuits up and started putting note blocks up and started making my little tunes and all that kind of stuff. And but then I noticed that I started getting visitors, and they started blowing up my stuff.
Like creepers?
Yeah.
Oh.
They would come and see me and come and blow up my house.
Unwanted guests.
And so I decided at that point in time that I would build a moat around my house, and I would make a monster grinder.
Oh, nice.
So I made some currents.
Trap?
Yeah, I made some currents that went from the front door. I made like a little short walkway, like that with the half stone, and then put the water on either side of it, so that if anybody even kind of drifts over, they'll end up getting pulled into the water.
Okay.
And I built, and I had it go around the house and then fall down a hole into a cave under the house, and I built my monster grinder in there, and that was a surprisingly large amount of work.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now I have the House of Music and Death.
Excellent.
That was my week.
That sounds like a song.
Yeah. By White Snake.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I had a lot of fun on that server too. I was just making a lot of blinky lights, like hazard lights all around the traps and stuff. I built a couple of 5 clocks, but what I like doing is burying them deep, and then so that all you see is the wire coming out of nowhere. It just so that all the blinky lights of the clock itself aren't interfering with the atmosphere. So I have 4 underground circuits driving all the lights, and every now and then a creeper would blow up and it would disrupt the circuitry or whatever. And then I remember lining the mountains with random lights, which a random light is really easy to make because it's not even really a circuit. It's actually shorting. It's the result of shorting out. So it just keeps blinking, and then it dies, and then it blinks again anyway. So I remember doing that. I don't think I even messed around with music blocks that night or anything. Oh yeah, and then Brett was going off. You have like a dispenser.
Oh yeah,
3 dispensers shooting eggs at everybody, like at everybody. Like everybody's just hanging out in this little quad area, working. There's lights and lava lamps and all this crap everywhere. And now you're shooting eggs like crazy, and it's like on a loop. It's on a circuit, so it's just always gonna fire. 3 at a time. So there's chickens everywhere.
Yeah, I think that finally brought the server to its knees.
Having 128 chickens walking around.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of lag, and so we just went around killing the chickens, and then it cleared back up.
Yeah, and someone was saying, "Hey, stop making clocks because they lagged the server and stuff." I mean, I guess, is that true, or was it the chicken?
That's what I see a lot is people saying that causes lag. I can only imagine having.
I think it's the redstone. I think that's what it has to do with more than the actual chickens.
Oh, okay.
And then just everything running. I mean, we had so much.
Oh, and then I built
a
minecart, so you could go to this place from the spawn, so you could ride it, and but there were so many chickens. All the carts had chickens in them, so you'd have to destroy the thing just to get in it.
It's like a bad Muppet movie.
Yeah, it was very exciting.
And that train track got kind of dangerous. If you rode it at night, there was a chance there'd be a creeper in that tunnel.
Yeah,
and it was not healthy.
Yeah,
it's like a horror train ride.
Yeah. and plus, when you have a minecart system on a multiplayer server, chances are somebody's on the track walking. So many times I would be going and I would hit somebody, punk, and then your momentum is gone. You just have to get out and walk the rest of the way.
Yeah,
and then the creepers rush in.
Yeah, so that was so much fun. And of course, we're talking about our temporary map, but this is going to be a temporary map every time something breaks and we have to revert.
Yeah, we
right?
probably should stop saying temporary. I know I put it in the message that pops up every hour, but it's temp in that we will go back to the other map as soon as Bucket and whatever mods working. But we will bring this map every time there's a new patch and we can't have the regular map. So it is persistent, and you won't lose the stuff there. It will be there. It's just our survival mode.
And if you're griefing on the new temporary thing, as chaotic even as it is, you'll still get banned.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, we banned a couple people. Someone started a forest fire, right? So we're like running around trying to put it out real quick, and it's spreading. And then as
It
the
was
monument,
like the third time he did it.
Yeah.
oh yeah, as like a monument, Brent's building this big tree. And I'm putting leaves on it, and it's just like a monument kind of thing. You put a bunch of glowstone. Anyway, I don't think it didn't get griefed itself, but it just ended up being like the world's ugliest tree.
It was ugly.
I mean, it was just ugly. But it's our monument.
It's a monument to the poor trees that died in the great forest fire of last week.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Forest fires are sad.
They are.
And then we are you still got some stuff, Eric?
Nah, that was really it. I mean,
Well, then we ran over to the EGN server. They sponsored this episode too this week, so we wanted to go check out their server and see what it was like. And they've got a lot of stuff built over there. And we warned the guy. We said, we can, let people know the IP, but we don't want, get y'all griefed right now. But I guess they've got some good backup systems and stuff. So he said, go ahead, unleash the gates. So we did. We tweeted about it. And we got a bunch of people on there and started building another city on there. But they had some cool stuff on there, like a ship that had wrecked into an iceberg.
Oh, it was so cool. It was leaking in the ship. You go in there and there's water where it hit the iceberg. It was really cool.
Oh, wow. That sounds neat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you head over to that server, go past the ship, you'll see it probably from spawn. And there's kind of an airplane being built in the sky. We're past those between them. Just go between them and you'll see where we're building a small city there. And there was a bunch of people on there helping out. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't bring too many griefers.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to give a big thanks. I was on the Survival Discover server to Food and Benjaboy 910. I'd logged in and I didn't really know the rules or anything of the server. Wasn't even sure if there were mobs until a creeper blew up on me, and then I was pretty sure there were mobs. So it was dark.
Here's your sign.
And so I stood on the docks because it was night, and I was like, I'm not going to run around, and I think I already blew up a creeper on someone's building, so I don't want to, accidentally grief people.
Yeah.
So I just stayed on the docks, and then a few people showed up, and those two guys. And soon it was day, I just took off. I just ran and chopped down a tree and made a boat and just started sailing.
Like Christopher Cross?
Because I didn't know if it was PvP like the other server, so I didn't know if these guys were just waiting to kill me for fun or whatever.
Yeah.
So I get to an island, I start building, and they show up. Like, I don't know if they just followed me and I didn't see it. So they showed up, and then they started like spitting out stuff on me, and like I'd be building somewhere and they'd start building next to me, and then I built all the way down to the bedrock, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun getting out of here, because I didn't really build. I went straight down. I was like, I'm just gonna see if I can make it. And they started spitting ladders out on me, so that was really helpful to get back up. So it was just awesome getting all that stuff there. So that was a lot of fun. Also, I want a big thanks to Medic Wine. He made a Minecraft video for my birthday, which was last week.
Oh, wow.
So that was awesome. Thank you. And another thanks to a Nasty Man who got me Borderlands for my birthday.
We should play.
Oh, cool.
We will. I got it finished, got it downloaded, installed, and so I do want to play and get that going. And then the rest of it, is just working on the server. Like Eric said, we do have it's the new server. It's a dedicated server. I didn't really detect any lag until we were kicking it.
Yeah,
until the chickens happened.
We were redstoning it and chickening it and all kinds
everything
of
you could think
So,
of.
Yeah.
let me ask you guys this: on the Discover servers, do y'all ever run into issues where people are off doing crazy redstone stuff, and all of a sudden your server's lagging some weird reason, or do y'all just kind of not have that issue?
No, we have those issues, but C1, one of our head admins, he is a plugin genius, and he makes plugins to detect these things and get rid of them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like on the Chaos server, one of the problems we had was runaway boats that would not despawn when people would log out or crash. So we ended up with about 400 boats that were just, flying all over the server at one point, and he created a little script to just nuke them all.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Wow, I feel.
Yeah, he has one that stops like the clocks if they're over a certain. I don't know anything about Redstone, so I don't know exactly how it works, but it basically stops after a certain count, so that like serious pulsers, like dance floors and stuff, they'll just get deactivated.
Man,
Yeah, he's a
we didn't-
plugin genius.
You guys
That's
are
awesome.
You guys are good.
Because I know we'll run into that stuff, and we don't have genius programmers behind our
Right.
server. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel cooler just for being around you guys. Hey, like if the pulsar thing, like if you put it on a switch, like if you were to have a switch and you were to turn it off and on, does that reset the count on the pulsar?
I'm not sure. I know that if you use like a gate and a clock, it can be at like a 15 count, but any higher, if it's going much faster, it'll just get completely deactivated, and you'll come back and there it puts this cute little sign that says your redstone circuit has been deactivated by the server.
Oh,
Dang, that's
awesome.
fancy.
It's
Wow.
pretty awesome.
Man,
He
yeah,
sits in chat just waiting. He'll sit there and listen to us talk and not say anything, and we'll be complaining about something, and then he'll go, "Okay, be right back," and he comes back 10 minutes later with a plugin.
wow,
that's crazy.
You guys need to
He's
be
pretty
working.
Genius.
Like Notch needs to be
God.
working with you guys.
Have y'all thought about
we
making your
hail
own
him all the
bucket?
time.
Like making y'all's own admin system and not having to deal with Bucket and HMod or things like that?
Yeah, there's several things that I don't know if we want to say it publicly because it might upset him, but the authentication protocol was one that we have a better one.
Oh, cool.
So we can look forward to this tomorrow, right? On your server, a brand new admin tool that we can all use, open source and everything. Cool, thanks, guys. Awesome.
But that's it for me.
Okay,
So pass the baton.
pass the baton.
Pass the 280.
Who wishes to go
I don't know.
first?
What is 280? Yeah,
Potato.
Satori, Avidya, anybody?
Magic stick.
Your crazy week?
I'm not sure if I can talk about what I did this week because it was on Co's World and I don't think he's put out the episode yet, so I don't want to give away spoilers, but we were working on a big community project and my task was to run out and get sand for 2 nights, which was fun, gathering about 25 stacks of sand.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah.
So
But
that's
it's going to
something
be
look
awesome
forward
what we're
to.
building. And I also added a minecart tunnel from I have a base on Co's World for my Let's Play, and I connected it to the spawn. So that was a long process, but it was fun fighting the lava all the way there.
Yeah.
And I cranked out an episode 38, which is on Co's World.
Oh, cool. That's Avidya's Adventures, right?
Yeah, so my week was all Co's World.
That's cool. And Satori, you have a couple of series too.
Yeah, when Co's World started, my friend Aeonic Vortex and I kind of decided we wanted to do something a little different. Like, I still have my Let's Play, but I really enjoy the multiplayer aspect of the game. It's definitely where I would rather spend my time. And her and I decided to do like a little female Let's Play, and so we came up with Pixel Angels, which is on the Co's World server. So we ventured out from where we started on Co's World, but we're doing a little thing further out, and we've sent out an invite. Like, Easy might come and join us one night. We've got Dutroid, who's been on Co's World. I know I've mentioned it to Minecraft Chick and a few of the other Bonnie from Minecraft Show. So it's kind of just open to any of the females that are out there that want to play. We're
No
kinda
boys allowed.
there. No boys allowed. You guys stink. But it's been fun. You know, we have a good time. AV and I work really well together, so she's definitely my partner in crime on that.
That's cool.
Did you give the name? Pixels Angels?
Yeah.
I like the end of the first one. It's like a cliffhanger. You guys are all trapped underground. Like
I try and do the cliffhanger thing. I'm a huge True Blood fan, and they are king of cliffhangers. So I try and throw a little cliffhanger in there every once in a while.
Yeah, I like that.
By the way, Paul Source says that he makes his kids pound sand when they misbehave.
I know, I was laughing at that.
Good idea. I need to get some kids.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, then.
So that leads us to...
Excavation Station.
This week in Excavation Station.
Let me throw this out here because I just put it in here. So, and this came up from the spending time on the EGN servers. People would come on and be like, "Where are y'all?" What I'd love to see is some sort of beacon or a flare gun, maybe. So someone says, "Where are you?" You shoot your flare gun up, and it shoots a big firework thing up in the air. Then they go, "Ooh," and so they can run that way.
That's cool.
Or maybe
like smoke signals.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That would be very good. Another thing would be maybe a colored beam. Like you could shoot
like a laser.
Spotlight or something.
Yeah, like a spotlight.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Oh, and then the last thing was like construction signs. I mean, maybe this would be something that you'd have to work out admin server wise, but so you could players could put down like their own 4 square construction signs, and they were the only ones who could build in that square.
Yeah.
To keep it a little less
really easy.
admin intensive.
I know a lot of times on the creative server, because we have a lot of really big projects going on, people outline their stuff in Sponge because it's like such a bizarre block. It's definitely not naturally found. That's a good idea, though. Construction sign would be a lot better.
Yeah.
That's it, Eric?
Let's see. I want option for hiding armor. Because I've just, the armor is just so ugly.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I mean, okay, so the skin
or a way to
server's been
skin
down.
it, or a way to skin your armor.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah. Recently they're moving the skin server, and it broke all the skins, I guess. So I'm walking around as generic Steve, and so is Brent, and so
not me.
Yeah. For some reason, it didn't. For some people, it just works.
It's because he likes that I have a heart on.
Everybody likes that you have a heart on your shirt.
So anyway, so I'm wearing a chainmail vest and maybe a gold helmet and diamond shoes. So I'm trying to individualize by just wearing different colored armor, and Brent does the same thing.
Well, except for mine was I had like a diamond shirt on and leather pants
shoes.
And golden shoes.
Yeah.
And people were like, it looked like I was like running around like flashing people because it looked like, skin legs and not armor. I was like, no, it's I better
Like
change.
Chaps.
That takes 3 leather pieces and okay.
Yeah. Also, these might have already been talked about before, but colored torches, because we have colored wool, and just to get some more excitement in the lighting situation, and also colored text on signs would be cool, or the ability to use markup or something like bold and italics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now that we have dyes, it seems like an obvious kind of progression, just add in the dye to whatever and dye it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, maybe the sign itself is a color. Maybe the text is always black.
And maybe you just take the sulfur, mix it with a dye, and then when you light it on fire, you have the colored smoke.
Yeah.
Like
to signal people.
Oh, very nice.
I like how you tie it all together. Very nice. All right, mister.
Okay, since I was working on a monster grinder, I want a thumper. Like from Doom. I want something I can shove in the ground, and anything within 2 chunks is gonna come towards me.
That's pretty cool.
And
okay.
And now I think they'll probably try to destroy the thumper. That should be their goal, but it shouldn't be like a total distraction. Like they'll come, but if they get within your chunk, they're gonna make a beeline for like real people. Mm-hmm. But you can use the thumper to get them to your cube.
Yeah, maybe if you have a switch or something on the thumper, maybe you could turn it off, and then they come after you.
Yeah.
Wasn't Thumper also a skunk?
It was a thump. It was
a skunk or a bunny. Wasn't it?
Oh no, yeah, it was a bunny in Bambi.
Like Thumper, like its leg, it always thump, 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 thump,
That's
thump.
what it was. Yeah.
Dude, you do need kids.
Yeah. Need some kids, somebody.
That's what I want in my excavation station.
Awesome. So you guys look like you have all kinds of cool ideas here.
I have a huge list of stuff I'd love to see in game.
I
Most of them are creative based as far as like decorative, but I would love to be able to turn a block. Like once you place, for example, a log, you know how it's got like the cut part on the top and the bottom. If you could just right click it and turn it where it's like on its side, so you can make like a log in the forest, like a downed log,
or
you know,
if you
like
could,
like wood beams in the top of a building.
Yeah.
Or like stairs, how you can use stairs to make
cobblestone
like
stairs
decorative
make
walls.
me so mad. The cobblestone stairs.
If you could turn them upside down, then you could make like cool like mini blocks within a 4-block thing, or I don't know. I think that would be really nice. Another one I'd love to see is with multiplayer now, a like clock block. Like if you could take the clock and surround it in glass in your crafting table, and then it would be like a giant clock you could put up on the wall, because you know, instead of having one clock that everybody has to use, or a clock in a bin that you have to go and look at, it'd be awesome to have one just like up on the wall. I think that would be really nice.
Hey Eric, I would clock block you.
Yeah, she slow down real slow.
With PvP being bigger now, it'd be really nice to be able to hide like pressure plates under like snow or under like one block. How they have like the arrow turrets, you can be used between like one layer. If you could put a pressure plate below another block so that people couldn't see it, it'd make people traps a lot better.
Whoa.
The snow idea is not bad though. If you're in a snow zone right now, will you get new snow on top of blocks if you clear it off?
Yeah, it comes back, right?
I think
It used to, but I think the snow is gone now.
Oh, back when
I don't think
it
that
actually
it
snowed.
snows anymore, but I'm pretty sure like new trees that grow, they'll get snow on top of them.
Okay.
I'm not sure though.
I was just wondering if you laid down a pressure plate in a snow zone right now, if like it would get snow on top of it, or if the pressure plate would just be out and exposed.
I don't know.
The trap things, I would love to see being able to put like saplings and bone meal in a dispenser, and then it shoots out and makes insta trees when it hits.
Oh yeah, do you want to tell people about that thing?
That would be weird.
What thing?
About the hint? Or is that something we should talk about later?
The hint?
Yeah, the bone meal thing with trees.
Well, I couldn't remember who told me about it, so I didn't want to like take it. Someone told me about this, and I don't remember who it was, and I'm so sorry.
I think it was Astrogali.
Maybe it was Astrogali. And I was hoping it was down in the notes later, and if it is, we'll tell you. But yeah, if you put down a tree, a sapling, and then hit it with bone meal, it instantly grows into a full tree. Now, if you're on a server that you take damage, if you're too close, you will take damage from the tree growing and hitting you.
Oh, weird.
So watch out.
Get trapped in the leaves.
Yeah,
but it was really cool because you can actually like if you're trying to build a tree farm and stuff, sometimes it's hard to tell if you've built it right, if something's blocking something and it won't grow. But now you can throw one down and try it out, and if it doesn't grow, you know it will use your bone meal.
I heard it works on crops too.
Oh, that's cool.
The bone meal, so you can like instantly grow some wheat.
And you got it from Wolve and from Bitburner. That's who.
Cool.
That's who determined this. That's right. Now I remember.
That's where I saw it from Minecraft.
Yeah.
I think he has a video up there on it.
Yeah.
Minecraft.com.
So anyway, let's go back.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
We totally jacked your.
You're all right.
So you were moving on to half wood blocks.
Yeah, like wood half blocks, smooth stone steps, just like textures that are already in the game and blocks that are already in the game, just more variation. Like a glass door or like a gate. A gate would be really, really nice.
Yeah.
So you could have like your fenced in area, but instead of having to have a door there, you could have a gate. That would be really nice.
Cool.
And then with the dyes, wood staining for wood just makes sense to me. It just seems like the next step. And then like magnets for like being able to have minecarts connected and like different traps. And Dutroid was telling me about how cool it would be able to do like a monster smasher. Like if you had 2 magnets that could just, clamp down on something.
Yeah.
Take them through the water and then it smashes them as they go through. And stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Sweet. I saw some colored cobblestone. Dang, what server was that? It was last night. It might have been your server that's up right now. Is it Anarchy?
Yeah.
Survival.
Or Survival?
They've got survival up. I think they're working on getting an Anarchy/Chaos map up, though.
Okay. Well, I saw some red tinted cobblestone. I don't know how. Do you know about is there something I don't know? Can you dye cobblestone?
Is it the? Are you sure it's not the netherrack or whatever he calls it?
Yeah, because it was next to cobblestone, so it was the exact same texture, just tinted red.
Well, that's what it is, though, isn't it? That's
Yeah, I
what
think
netherrack
the
is red cobblestone.
Yeah.
Netherrack?
Yeah.
No, that's like deep red and
No.
black speckles,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but isn't that what you're talking about?
And you don't have a
No.
texture pack?
No, it wasn't client side for sure. I was like, I don't know. I guess no one knows what I'm talking about.
I've just
so it's
always
useless,
seen. I
but-
mean, before people knew what netherrack was, people called it red cobblestone. So I kind of assumed
The
it
stuff
was
that you
the
hit
Yeah,
same.
that's
one
what I
time-
always called it.
You hit it one time with a diamond axe and it just goes away, right? That stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
wasn't
like
that.
everything that's
Yeah.
made in nether.
Yeah, I don't know.
It may be just that you're seeing it like when you're in the nether. There's so much together
yeah.
that maybe it's hard to distinguish. Like when you look at a cobblestone building,
Yeah.
it kind of loses the look of what an individual cobblestone block looks like.
Right.
But if you have it all together, go try putting 2 next to each other and see.
Yeah, okay.
Just-
Okay. Yeah, I'll try that. Yeah, maybe it was a
might have
dream.
been a glitch.
Really?
I guess.
Well, that's
I don't
kinda
know.
cool,
I know
glitch.
that there's a few paintings that are glitched out right now.
And I've noticed that mushrooms on blocks will darken them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's supposed to be like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just chalk it up to it was probably a dream I had or something.
Dream.
I have a lot of Minecraft
dreams.
But anyway,
No one's
You can
going to join
continue.
in or anything.
or anything.
So that throws us to a video. What you got for us?
Oh, I have a bunch as well. I think having a torch that you can craft a bigger torch that actually has like a flame on it that you could throw down big holes so you could see as the torch is falling, like you always see in movies. That'd be useful.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I've seen people before suggested like fireballs, but this is so much makes more sense, and I like it better.
Yeah, just like add maybe wool to a torch or something so it creates a bigger flame, and then you can throw it down and it'll burn for 10 seconds or something. I don't know. I'm always standing at the top of holes wondering what's at the bottom. So
Oh, that'd be cool to see it fall all the way down. You could like listen for it, and you hear, it hit some water or something. That's cool.
yeah. I love the sandstone. That was one of my favorite things added in the last update, and we really need some sandstone steps. It just makes sense.
Yeah, sandstone.
The
is
steps
sweet.
that we have don't really match the sandstone, so
Yeah.
Or sandstone
one that I
half
keep
blocks.
trying to tweet to Notch, but I don't think he likes it. I think that either skeletons or maybe the skeletons that ride spiders, since they're more rare, but skeletons should have a chance to drop a bow. And he doesn't seem to like that, so maybe have the skeleton riding spiders drop a crossbow that shoots fire arrows or something. But there should be some way to get a bow without actually having to craft it. A random chance.
Yeah.
The only thing
server
is
favorites. That is a no-brainer.
the only
What's that?
thing about the skeleton bow thing is I know that whenever I want a bow, like skeletons to me are the easiest mobs to kill. They do the least amount of damage. You can circle strafe around them and take them out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Have you fought one on a spider though?
No.
Oh,
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be 100% drop though. Then it would be far too easy.
But
Right.
but when I need let's say I'm suffering, like the other day when we were playing on the server and the creepers were coming to get me, I'm like, I need a bow, but I'm already beat up. It's the middle of the night. There is no way I'm going to be able to kill, 2 or 3 spiders and get a bow built before, so it was but anyway.
Were there not cakes laying around? I remember there was a ton of cakes all over the place, just laying down in the field.
Well, that's because he put cakes in the dispensers, and they were flying out all over everybody. And somebody picked a bunch of them up and then just laid them out all over the ground. It was kind of awesome because anytime you were hurt, you could run over and eat some cake.
It's like you're in a Willy Wonka movie.
Yeah. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt, Avidya.
No, that's fine. The server favorites, that one, there used to be a Hey0 mod that you could add, like your top 5, most used IPs that would stay in there, and you could just click them when you opened up your client.
Yeah.
That can't be hard to do. That's something that we definitely need now that SMP is, so much more popular than single player. Craftable redstone powered headlamp helmet. I mean, that's like a miner's dream, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, that should come standard.
That is probably the number one request we get for Excavation Station. So it is definitely something wanted by a lot of people. So if that is anything, Notch, put it in there.
Well, I'm still of the opinion that it's a little bit of a game breaker, because that feeling when you're digging into a tunnel and it's dark and you can't see anything and you're like, well, do I want to dig a couple of more blocks or go ahead and shove a torch in the wall, kind of thing.
No, but what if you? If you have the downfall of it, have it do something with your vision, kind of like the pumpkins, where you've got a reduced sight.
Yeah.
But it's that light, right? Like in front of you, so it's a little less, so you can see things a little bit.
Yeah.
And, if you had to fight something, it'd be more difficult, and you have to take it off or do something real fast, or
yeah.
Or you could do the limited charge battery thing. Like, is it Halo that does it?
We'll put coal in there.
Well, I was thinking that you would have to feed it redstone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, keep feeding it something.
So it'd be like a little progress bar, and it's just draining, and then when it goes out, it's dead.
Well, and that would be nice because I would like to see more uses than laying redstone for redstone, because it seems like if you don't care about doing the cool things with redstone, it's just kind of extra, and you get a lot of it, and what do I do with it?
Yeah.
Maybe it tints the screen, like maybe it kind of makes everything sort of a blood red. And so it's not as, like, maybe the actual playing it wouldn't be as appealing, while you've got that on. It would color everything and make it look a little...
Yeah, a little gross.
Yeah.
When I was conceptualizing it, I was thinking if it was more like a directional beam, kind of like you see when, if you ever watch Ko's Let's Plays, how he does that fake... I don't remember what he calls it. It's like a helmet cam essentially, but it's like it only sees one spot on the screen and then have it flicker at random. So you'll go into pitch black, every few seconds or something.
Huh.
And then it also requires redstone to feed it.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Maybe it doesn't provide constant light. Ooh, I like that.
It'd be scary.
Yeah.
That'd be totally scary. Yeah.
You're getting ready to get
It's
jumped.
all going out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it spawns a creeper on your head. I like where we're
Nice.
This one came about, it's been probably requested many a times, but now with the sandstone especially, when you're creating sandstone, you know how much of a pain it is. You should be able to shift and right click, and it does the whole stack. All the items that are on your table, it creates everything that's possible, dumps it in your inventory. Yes. Right clicking 64 times to make sandstone is a pain in the butt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and dyeing wool is the same way, man.
Yeah, it's tedious. And especially when you're playing PvP and people are coming up behind you and killing you.
Yeah.
And taking your sandstone, they're like, well, I'm not going to mess with this stuff. It takes too long.
They
let me craft it, and once I'm done, then they kill me.
Yeah.
I try not to craft with other people around. That's just not,
He likes being private to do your crafting.
He's a solo crafter.
I am.
And the final one I know has been probably requested a zillion times, but I love tower defense games. We need a tower defense mode.
Ah, yeah, totally.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be really fun.
I think the creepers have to get a little bit smarter, but it's
Just
possible.
turn on like mad mobs or something.
Yeah, this is a perfect game for that too, because in tower defense you're basically building pathways anyway.
Yeah.
And we've already got that mechanic covered. You're building a track for them, and that would be fun. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a game programmer, but I would think that you could do something like laying mine tracks or redstone or something that would, because you're in this game mode, would turn into the pathway that the mobs walk on. So it'd be like a tower defense game where you know where they're going to go every time, but you have to build your structures and your cannons to stop them from getting to the final objective.
Well, I would think there would be two ways that you could really do this. First off, I think you would need to invent a chest, okay, that produces resource every tick. And you can define what the tick is, based on a variety of things. So you have a chest that puts out, 5 cobblestone, 3 redstone, this and that and this every, wave, quote unquote wave.
Yeah.
And then additionally, I think you would need to have like some kind of cuboid tool where you could set individual zones to where you might not be able to dig, so that people couldn't change the path that the things are walking on.
Yeah.
And then you can build a variety of dispenser types. It could work.
Yeah.
I see it in my head already.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Tower
Make that
defense.
happen.
So I wonder if we're going to see baseballs and baseball bats, so you can make your little batting thing with the baseballs in the dispenser. Try to hit them.
Oh, good
That'd
answer.
be fun.
Yeah.
Little simple game.
Creeper kickball.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe that's it. Maybe you put the creepers in the dispenser and it spits them out
Yeah.
at intervals.
Yeah. Oh, very good.
Pull.
And then you just, you kill them and they drop resources. Boom. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we've got something from our favorite person, Jassim, who says, this idea crossed my mind when you guys discussed mail chests or a mailbox. I think it would be a cool thing if if voicemail was available too. Imagine a chest, you right-click on it, and they ask you to record a 10 to 15-second voice message. When the owner comes back and clicks on it, it plays everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. In-game voicemail. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no
I
in-game
don't.
voice support, so I could see that coming after some sort of, in-game chat tool. I like
Only
it.
if
You don't like
admins
that?
can block it.
So why don't you like that?
Because I lost my diamond tools. Can you give me another one? So griefed my house. Can you kick them?
So it's more of a support tool than,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's like audio, like voicemail griefers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Satori
Smell great.
and Satori would get
Yeah.
Creepy.
I've got more of that. I can keep doing it if you want. Good stuff.
I see that we have an MP3.
Yes, we do. Let's see what it sounds like. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, it is Aftershock 640. My idea for the excavation station would be magnets. 2 blocks, maybe 1 north and 1 south polarity, so that the right side of both blocks or left side of both blocks repels and the left and right side, or vice versa, would attract. Also, if redstone was connected to it, it would turn on and off like an electromagnet type thing. If Notch added this, there would be a whole new realm of buildability. You could do so much more, building stuff, new contraptions, stuff like that. And there would be motors, and it'd just be really cool. Thanks, nice podcast.
He was like on a tractor while he left that.
I'm going to record this while I'm rototilling my garden. There's a lot of good stuff there. I think you could make pistons. You could make all kinds of stuff if you had magnets and channels.
Magnetics.
Yeah.
Wow, that's craziness. Yeah.
And if Notch hears this and decides, hey, magnets are awesome idea, he should get in touch with Eric's dad, who does a lot of work with magnets and, and stuff.
Magnet scientist.
Eric's dad is a mad scientist.
Yeah.
This is one from Miss G, who suggests nice music when you're near diamond. And I think that's a pretty cool idea. Like maybe the music changes or
there's a little
lets you know there's one nearby.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Little.
Or maybe it plays a Michael McDonald song.
You found a diamond.
I figured you could make it, giggling leprechauns.
Creepy.
They're always after me,
You
lucky
need that-
diamonds.
You need the music like when you choose those books that are kids' books that like the music goes when you turn the page. It's like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
That's pretty awesome. Oh, let's see. We got Bryce 24 would like to see some hurricanes, earthquakes, forest fires. No, not forest fires, and even tsunamis. and other items that would predict them.
Bryce does not run a server.
Yeah, Bryce doesn't build anything that he likes.
Bryce has just been removed from the whitelist.
If I can't have hurricanes and earthquakes, I will make them.
Although I think it'd be cool to have a world that's like that would have like physics enabled and waves and weather patterns and stuff that was more like a real world. You'd have to build everything to sustain those type of, changes in the climate and changes in the environment.
Yeah.
Maybe not forest fires, but I think like earthquakes and hurricanes, that would be pretty interesting.
Okay, show of hands. Who left on natural disasters in SimCity?
I did, but I would make sure that immediately afterwards I would restore it.
When I got done with the map, I would turn them on and put it in the whatever the mode was to make them all go real fast and see it destroy everything. But I did not play with them on.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I might have turned on Godzilla to see what it did, but I would turn it off.
Yeah. So next,
once you got all your stuff destroyed, you were like, that's kind of a novel idea.
Yeah.
I think that weather and changing environments would be cool. And I would think, like, let's say you were, it would be kind of cool if there were heavy rains, and if you built a stack of sand, the heavy rain would wear it down or something like that. I mean, that might be...
Or maybe even something like chocolate rain, maybe? Something like that.
Chocolate rain.
Old meme.
Okay, next, Sedeka. He wants to have piggyback races.
I swear I think we're repeating some of these.
I have not heard piggyback races ever.
You can have piggyback races right now. Everybody just needs a pig and a saddle.
Well, is this piggyback that way, or is this piggyback like real, like I'm riding on Eric's back?
That'd be a little interesting.
And do you need a saddle?
Yeah, exactly. What if I could put a saddle on Eric?
Okay, that's going somewhere else. So Matthew wants craftable bags to increase your storage space.
Oh no,
that'd be great.
Yeah,
that would be good. But I'm thinking, wow.
Well, I'm also thinking. Well, there could be a fallout
encumbrance.
Of it. Well, no, I'm not thinking encumbrance. I'm thinking like maybe like if you were to get hit by a creeper, there's a chance your bag would be destroyed. Or in combat, there's a chance your bag would be destroyed and the contents would spill out.
Evil.
There's some stuff. There's some stuff to think about there.
Dude, the creeper just broke my sack. Anyway.
Yikes.
Welcome to the shaft.
Red 999125 says he wants a dungeon in the Nether.
Dungeons in the Nether.
Dungeons in the Nether.
Okay.
Nether needs something.
I have never been in the Nether ever.
Nether? You've never been
I have
to the
never been in the Never.
Why? Have you never been
because I have explained in previous shows I'm a boring single player, and nobody has
the Nether,
and so nobody does it on multiplayer.
The Nether's boring.
I agree.
I love the Nether. I got a big project right now. I'm doing it in the Nether. I won't tell you about it. But I'm doing it. I'll show you one day. But it's
I don't know.
cool.
I just find I go down there and break all my stuff so fast, and then it's just like, well, I've got this red stone stuff, and that's it. The pigmen don't really do anything, and I just got to watch out for ghasts. And
well, one
the
neat thing.
ghasts are annoying.
Yeah, one cool thing I'm doing in there is I created a squid farm, in the Nether. Made a little lake, and they're growing in there. And
how did you get squids into the Nether?
Just if there's water and there's enough space for them, I have like 3 down.
Oh, you did it. You spawned them in?
Yeah, I spawned them in. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Sometimes I go back and forth now. It's like if I'm really working on something that's cool and I want to just do it, or it's impossible to, I don't know. I mean, I'll cheat. And then I'll go back to legit. So my single player world is wacky.
But what's I guess I don't get what's the difference between growing squids there and growing them somewhere else?
Because it's cool. You're in the Nether.
And because squids and screaming go together so well.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that's one thing I've noticed.
That changed.
Yeah.
Has anybody
You can use water down there?
Yeah. I mean, I did.
Were you cheating?
Nice.
Did you put
Yeah.
it in like glass or something?
Well, I spawned water blocks.
Oh,
Oh, cheater.
You're a big
Well,
because I
cheater.
does
put
that
it
mean
on
that
fire
water-
and I've tried to use a water bucket and it wouldn't let me and I died.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you had to totally be a cheater to make it happen.
Man.
Dirty
Cheater container.
Only I should have known after that video fiasco.
Cheater,
Cheating on that. You're a big old cheat. If we ever get it where we can join each other's worlds, I'm not joining yours, Cheaterman.
I will. I will come and hang out in your artificial squid
Yeah.
pond.
Because that's the only time you'll see Nether.
I know.
Boring and cheater. What is going on? Do we have a phone call here or not?
We do, and it's all about the redstone.
I'm all sad.
Hi, people from the shafters, with people, dead workers, shafters, whatever you guys are called. Or anyway, I had this idea. This would make a lot of redstones things easier. Is a redstone block that you could craft by making a square out of 4 redstones on your crafting grid. And when you do that, that would make a redstone continuer. So we could continue on for 4 more blocks of redstone. So you... Actually, never mind. How about, instead of 4, how about 8? Yeah, 8. So where it goes 8 more blocks. And then after that, you can... And then once you do that, it will like save you some redstone and allows you to continue on after you reach the 15 limit. My other idea is a redstone blinker, which would be crafted by doing the 3x3 full of redstone on your crafting grid, which is for the crafting workbench. Anyway, so when you do that, it would create a redstone blinker, so you don't have to deal with 5 clocks or listening to that annoying burning. What do you call it? Extinguishing sound? I don't know, but that annoying sound, and it would just make it a lot easier for stuff. And so that's my idea, and yeah, bye.
So I really, really like this idea. And, oh, wait, never mind.
Wow. Yeah, the best thing out of there, I think, is having a compact clock, basically. Just, it's just one block. Why does it need to be so many?
Yeah.
If you're building the clock, well, actually, there is a purpose to having a 5 clock as opposed to 7 or something, is because you have multiple outputs. Mm-hmm. It's a generator generating output, so each node is blinking differently. So if you're making a song or something, you want different outputs from your clock cycle.
Aren't inverters like the most space-consuming thing with redstone? I would think that maybe doing something like that with the 4 redstone in a crafting square, maybe making an inverter would be beneficial, but...
That's true, because that's only one block, right? 2 torches, one on top, one on the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
My whole thing is, I mean, the idea of being able to... We had originally come up with the idea of be able to do breadboards. Basically you could, map out your redstone on something and then make a 1-block version of it. And that seems like a kind of a cool thing. My main thing is I wish that there was ways to do this stuff that weren't like, stepping stuff, like multi-levels. I don't like that you have to go all 3-dimensional. You know what I mean? Like it makes it kind of weird.
Yeah.
So, and you should be able to lay stuff more easily on, like, you should be able to lay stuff under the floor more easily.
Well, also, if you could wire something vertically up a block, you would save a ton of space, because right now it's only on top.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can make it go upstairs, and that just takes up more room. So
It's almost like if you could integrate the red dust with the actual block and not lay it on top, so it runs through that block, whatever you were going to put on it.
Like a redstone
that way
block.
You could go up or, whatever. And you can make it any block that you had. So if you needed a wood block that was passing the circuit, you could build it into the wood block. And so you wouldn't have, like you said, you wouldn't have to do it under the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Shaggy.
Okay.
Next.
Oliver Twist 19 says he thinks that bread should be superior to meat and fish because it takes longer to get.
Superior.
There's some thought process to that. I can see that. But
Yeah, but once you have a crop farm, you get so much wheat. It's really not that difficult.
Plus, you can grow crops underground where it's safe, and meat and fish you have to go out into the open where it is not safe.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Avidya's awesome little farm that he had going.
Yeah.
And the secret layer.
See, this is why I suck at PvP. I just go punch a pig and eat whatever it drops, and then I'm good. Or I die. Either one.
Go hunting.
We had an underground farm, tree farm, and a fishing pond.
Do we have?
Don't have to go outside.
Oh, really?
We have a fishing pond?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
You
I did
can
it on
fish
the
in
back.
any water.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I was thinking it was some sort of like extinguisher or something. I didn't really know. Or a trash pit. No, it'd just be floating around. Like a toilet. Yeah, you don't want to make a toilet. Throw your poop blocks in there.
Can't go an episode without poop blocks.
Yeah, somehow you can't. We were talking before the show actually about we're doing a Dead Workers Party, which is going to be our convention later this year. And we were talking about making brownies that would be poop blocks.
Is that your doggy?
Yes, she's freaking out about the people next door.
Oh.
Come here.
Well, they are the people next door.
I know. They're so noisy.
Okay, so I don't even know if I want to read the next one. Do we want to just do the call instead?
Yeah.
Is it crazy or something?
In the place wants a whip to help with breeding animals.
Yeah.
A whip?
Yep.
Like you can whip them and then they like mate?
I mean, first you need the breeding animals, which goes back to other episodes, I guess, and
then
furries and.
But where there's a whip, there's a way.
Nice one.
And there's also an MP3 from somebody.
From someone.
That can be played.
Hey guys, I've had this idea for the excavation station. I've always wanted a sort of scouting block where you get two of them, connect them with redstone, then you right click one and you can see into the other. That way then you can look outside your base without going outside your base.
I like that.
Yeah. Wow, this is a real redstone episode.
Yeah. Now, hasn't Notch said he's kind of like winding down some of the more high-tech stuff?
Well, he did say it was very complicated to implement another view because someone had said to him, and I think this was in Ko's live stream. I listened to the whole thing with Notch talking to him, and I think the thing was it was binoculars. Like, yeah, why don't we get binoculars? It'd be cool. And he tried, and it was complicated, and then he kind of just put it on the back burner. And also, he had mentioned something like different views, depending on maybe classification of user. Like a moderator could say, I want to see wireframe only. Click, and now you can see through walls. You can see people doing stuff, grief and whatever. So once he figures out, I guess, just different views and different rendering types, we might see a lot of that stuff all of a sudden.
Yeah, because it may be a spectator mode, because that's what an admins really need is, and I don't want to have to teleport to someone and see what they're doing. I want to be able to just sit there and say, like, view person's name and be able to see from their viewpoint what they're doing. Like I was
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
No, she's such a brat.
Usually we just tickle Wes and he starts making noises like that.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about a little barking. There we go.
All
She
right.
likes to photobomb.
Photo bizzles. So we're done with Excavation Station. That was a crazy one, and let's do some this thing.
From the Minecraft Daily, news and updates.
And the news this week.
So, and there's lots of news with Mojang this week. One of the big ones which we were kind of hinting at earlier was Bucket.org. Some guys from Mojang met with them to discuss different modding support and things like that. So that's really cool that they're going, that level to talk to them to see what they think needs to help them out to do mods for the game, plugins for the games and stuff.
Oh, good. So how do we make them work even faster? Is there like a way to donate or something to Bucket?
I'm sure they do. Just go to their website, bucket.org, and that's bukkit.org. And some things that I guess ideas that are being considered is generic GUI support, server client communication that allow popping up an interface, and being able to make clients follow different rules like physics and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of that. Also, Minecraft.net moved servers this week, which a lot of people probably notice their skins and stuff, and paying and whatnot was probably slowed down or interrupted. So that should be fixed, and all the kinks getting moved out of that.
There was also something where it just kept re-downloading an update. Every time I opened up Minecraft, it was as if there was a new update, but there wasn't. It was just re-downloading whatever was new.
Yeah.
But I saw in a tweet that he was like, hey, this is going on, so
yeah,
stick in there.
Speaking of tweets, I just got a tweet, my house is being griefed. Isn't that nice?
Nice.
Did you set up a redstone griefer alert?
No,
Twitter?
but I hope one or two of them fall in the monster grinder.
Nice.
And lastly, with Mojang is Notch released a kind of an image of the new launcher that's going to be coming soon, and I like the fact that you can decide whether to upgrade your Minecraft account to the next version or not. So if say your server didn't upgrade, you can still continue on the old stuff.
That is a really good idea.
Now, I would hope that he also adds in the ability to downgrade. So maybe if you upgrade and then realize you need to go back, instead of doing something complicated, you could just click a button and get the previous release.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, because if not, you'll have a bunch of people who are trying to get on a server, but like right now, if we opted out of this upgrade so that we could keep some of the servers up, then you'd have people that are like, well, I can't play or I can't get on because it's all they're upgraded. But
and I wonder how much it would take to even go one step further. Instead of needing to know whether you need to upgrade or not, when you connect to a server, giving you the option then, hey, this isn't an old version. Do you want to downgrade to that version to play?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, maybe a button, too, for playing offline would be nice. Because as is, you have to wait for it to time out, and then it's like, okay, you want me to try again or play offline?
And that's another thing that they mentioned, I think, in the Bucket meeting was moving single play to where you're actually running on a server just like you would in multiplayer, but it's a local server. Mm-hmm. So then they can kind of get everything into one game instead of having kind of a single play and a multiplayer, and you have to code differently for either, get things working.
Yeah.
I think I read that. I may be making that up, but I do that a lot.
It's all right. Sounds legit. Kinda.
Any other news? Anybody got something?
Here's a random tidbit here. The end of the last episode we did, the previous one, someone called in. He was Swedish, and he told us that it was not Mojang, it was Mojang. That's how you pronounce it. But then we got a bunch of emails and stuff from people saying, no, that's not right. It's not Mojang, it's Mojang. And then someone pointed me to a tweet from Notch who actually said Modjang, like Mojang. And then I heard him actually say Mojang when he was talking to Ko on his live stream. So that right there is definitive. It's Mojang. That's how Notch says it, even if it's actually pronounced Mojang. Who cares?
Now, Easy also said that it depends on which language you're speaking in.
Oh, crap. Now it's
She was saying that last chat.
Really?
So, yeah.
Well, okay. Notch says Mojang, so we say Mojang.
Really?
I'm going to say Mojang.
If Notch jumped off a cliff, would you jump off
immediately?
A cliff?
Come on. Now, one thing I was going to save till listener contributions, I think, was we do have... Wow, I don't even see it anymore. Shoot. We do have a contest coming up soon. We want you to start thinking about what you're going to do with it. I'm pulling it into here because I think this is newsworthy, and I'm delaying so I can figure. There it is. This is a contest. DJ Phoenix has actually donated an alpha key for us to give away.
Nice.
And so we asked him to come up with what he would think would be a cool contest to do it. Now, the main thing is we're going to have to wait till our server is fully functioning with support and plugins to do this, because we want to make sure we have an area where people can do this. But basically, the contest is going to be for you to recreate a monument or a piece of art, like a statue or a painting or, whatever. And the winner will get the alpha code, and the judges will be, us and DJ Phoenix.
Oh, cool.
And if we need a fifth person to judge, a tiebreaker, we'll see if Notch will do it. I'm sure he will.
Nice.
That won't be a problem. So be thinking about what you want to do as your piece, and go ahead and start getting it ready. Go ahead and figure it out.
Yeah, if it's cool, we'll be like, woo, that thing's cool. If it's crappy, we'll be all like, making fun of it.
That thing's crappy.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
So big thanks to DJ Phoenix. We appreciate that. And whoever wins it, I'm sure will appreciate it even more.
Yeah.
And that leads us into something we like to call sightings.
It's so beautiful. Oh my god. It's so intense.
So I went ahead and added the tree and bone meal video that Wolf21 made. That was the
Insta-grow thing?
The Insta-grow thing. So there's a video. It'll be in the show notes so that you can see how to grow trees instantly. Bing!
Hey. Ding.
That's where it was. He tweeted it to me. That's right. Sorry about that. I'm a loser. But thank you.
Then we have a Connect video, the Microsoft Xbox Connect thing. And, this thing's been hacked every single different way you can think of. And so some guys a couple weeks ago figured out how to create blocks according to what the sensor is picking up. So you could get in front of your Kinect, and it would make a 3D representation in game of whatever it's looking at, so like your body or whatever. And then this week they released a video that I found on Kotaku, which is animated now. So in real time, as you're moving around on the Kinect, it is creating the blocky representation of you, and it's animated in real time. So you have this real 3D giant statue of yourself, your cat, whatever. It's so cool. I'm gonna have to get a hold of this guy because I have some ideas for some crazy videos that's using that. And
man, if you could fit that into an SMP server too, like as an admin tool,
that'd be
and the admins walk around as like this giant.
Yeah, and it's like 2001 Space Odyssey sound. Dun, 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 dun.
Did you see the video? And this is totally off subject. Did you see the video of the 3D without the glasses?
Yes,
with
his eyes blinking.
Yeah,
oh.
This guy had these two little electric pulsers, and he put them on his temples, and they would contract his eye muscles to open and shut his eyes. So basically, he had shutter glasses in the form of his eyelids.
It was gross.
It's hilarious.
Weird.
Yeah, Notch. Can we get that kind of support for Minecraft?
Yeah,
that'd be sweet. Let's see. Then also, this is just a cool video that came out like yesterday or something. It's pig ghasts, and he spawned a ton of these ghasts. They're all skinned with like pigs, so they look like pig ghasts, and they throw meat at you that explodes into all these meat particles, like little pork and stuff, and they're making noise. It's very unnerving. So you gotta check that out. And let's see what else here. What is it? Oh, the Redstone chest trap by Colton. Did you add that, Brent?
I don't know.
This is a neat little trap. It's basically you go in and you're like, some diamonds or whatever. You entice somebody with an ore block of some sort, and when they destroy the block, it opens a trap door and you fall into either a really long pit that kills you or some lava or something like that. But it's a pretty neat little trap there. And then our craft trailer, a feel-good, the Minecraft feel-good movie. This is cool. This is actually all animated 2D cartoon. But it's only a minute long, but it's definitely gots to check that out.
I like it when he's riding in the cart with the creeper.
Yeah. And then what's this one?
I didn't add it.
It was me. The Minecraft station in a box.
Mm-hmm.
The person who created it, he created a 10 by before I think it was a 50 by 50, and it was a complete Minecraft station that was in a schematic, so you could load up MC Edit or World Edit and import a fully working, Minecart station right into your game.
Oh.
And he's now condensed it down to a 10 by 10, which is pretty amazing.
Oh,
64% smaller.
Wow. So it's really like a modular type thing. You just kind of insert it into your map.
Yep.
Huh?
Well, now with it
It's
being
for people that
10 by
don't want to go
10.
through all the trouble of redstone and all that. He has it all done. All the boosters, all the redstone, and there's 4 destinations with buttons. You get in your cart, you press a button, and it sends you off.
Sweet.
That's what I need.
That's cool.
Lava pool, water pool, cactus.
And if they did it where you could tie in the audio things, you could have it say to the Batcave. You know.
Yeah.
To the back.
Very cool. All right. We're going to move right along.
Resources.
My favorite. So have we talked about Minecraft in a while? Minecraft is they've got a oops, I just misspelled it to Crimecraft. It's definitely not Crimecrap. So Minecraft.com. Bitburner, I believe he's in the chat room here. He plays with us all the time too, and there's a ton of. I mean, it's really growing pretty fast. There's a redstone section. There's Minecraft sites section, which keeps growing. A lot of really good resources in there, and it's program server stuff. I mean, it's just a ton of stuff. It keeps growing. So if you haven't checked out the site, you need to. Soon now even
right, like
while
right
you're
now.
listening to
Let's
us.
just
Okay,
pause.
let's pause. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, what a great site! That was really great. We should go there more often.
Moment of silence. Also, Brickify.com is kind of cool. It's not really Minecraft related, but what you do is you give it an image to Brickify, and it creates this skewed image of whatever you gave to it. In bricks and low res kind of deal. You can then go back and edit the bricks or the colors of each pixel, and then you can output the schematic, which is actually a schematic for Legos to build the thing. So it's really more of a Lego tool. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was kind of neat just because it looks like a Minecraft wall, really, once you've imported a picture into it. So it's kind of neat.
Let me ask you a quick question, Eric. Mm-hmm. We put out the video on YouTube on Tuesdays usually.
Yeah.
How hard would it be for you to edit in a text thing on top of the video?
I do that anyway.
Okay, so how about because I noticed here you had in the resources the miners need cool shoes, and we've got some codes to give away. How about we give one away right here?
Right here.
But you can't hear it. You can only see it, but to see it, you're going to have to go to YouTube on Tuesday and look right there.
Yeah, I like it. Very cool. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Excellent.
Smart.
Or maybe we shouldn't put it right here, but put it somewhere in the video so they have to watch the whole thing.
Yes.
We'll put a letter or two
There
every
you go.
10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in a random order. So you've got to take
Yikes.
the 12 letters.
Yeah. And then we'll publish a key
Decipher it.
on our Twitter feed. And the first part of the code will be on my feed. The second part will be on yours. And then the rest will be on paintings in the Louvre.
Yeah, a little traveling
It's
involved
Da Vinci's code.
Yes.
So, Brent.
Yeah, I guess the last thing we have here is right there is we're working on something. I don't know if you can see this. Oh, it's not gonna. There we go. It's the new app, the Shaft app. That we have the first rev, which hopefully will be finished next weekend, and then we'll get it in the App Store. And currently, you'll be able to listen to the podcast, and eventually, you'll get a bunch of other cool stuff. You'll get instant stuff.
Yeah, and that's
special features.
I guess right now it's only iPhone, iPad.
Yeah.
iOS devices.
So we were here yesterday working for a couple hours on it. I mean, it's been being worked on for way too long, but next week we're going to finish it.
Cool, man.
Very nice.
All right, so we got a little listener contributions bumper here from Jaden B. Would you like to hear it?
I want to hear it.
Listener contributions.
That's so weird.
That's what's going to be in the voicemail.
Yeah. Oh man! So who wants to
Okay,
read?
so we have one here. This is from our favorite guy, Jassim, who says, so a lot of people were complaining in the forums about annoying players that would claim your house or build over your area. Here's an idea that would help prevent this. When someone registers for the Shaftlands, upon your approval, you can specify his land. For example, Jassim just registered, and Eric would say, so Jassim, this is your area. You can build here whatever you want. This way the server would even look more neat and arranged, and maybe each player would get a 30 by 30 blocks area.
Yeah. Okay.
Doable, yet I would have to cut my wrist, I think.
Well, I think what we would need to do is talk to the Discover mod guy so that it would automatically generate a bunch of plots, right?
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
You could do that with realms.
You know? So we get a mod that generates plots in one section of the map. So everybody get in this one area. There's, maybe you have a zone with, 400 30 by 30 plots. Mm-hmm. And then you give them out.
That's cool.
We did something like that on our creative server.
Oh.
We started having an influx of people that were coming from all over the place. We really didn't know where they were coming from, and they were causing problems and stuff, and they just kept asking, when can we build? When can we build? So we built these 200 by 200 areas around the map that we call the proving grounds, and only guests can, anybody can build there, but guests specifically can build there and nowhere else. So it's the same concept. You would just have to specify plots of land and assign it to a person or a group of people, and then they could have their own little safe ranch.
I like that proving grounds. Man, you guys are like light years ahead of everybody else, it seems like.
And Realms is one of the plugins we've been using, and I like that a lot. I just would like to find an auto way to do it, but I like your idea of doing it in plots where it's kind of unregistered build area.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, if they prove that they're, aren't going to kill stuff and make cool stuff, then you can put them into the registered.
Do you ever get the feeling that the Discover people are like painting and we're scribbling with crayons on the wall?
Yes.
Colorless crayons.
Yeah.
And ours aren't even washable. Anyway. Ethan. Is that where we are?
Yeah.
Okay. Ethan says, I know you guys talked about how you can dye sheep in episode 16. This is actually better than dyeing the blocks in your crafting block. This is because when you craft colored wool, you always get 1 block, but when you dye a sheep, it gets up to 3 colored wool. This is nice for the rare dyes. Second thing, you can cook birch trees in the ovens to get charcoal. Charcoal has the same exact properties as coal. They just can't be stacked together. If you think about this, you can put 8 coal into an oven with 64 birch and get 64 charcoal, which you can then use to make 8 more stacks of charcoal. I personally think this kind of makes the beginning of the game really easy. Now, we already knew about the dyeing of the sheep. We had talked about that before, correct?
Right. Dyeing the sheep gives you 3 when it comes out.
Up to 3. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But the charcoal is a fairly new thing.
Up to 3.
Okay. So it's just some random...
And you can do all trees, not just birch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Any logs, yeah.
Yeah.
And now, when did the charcoal come in? Has it always... Last patch?
That was, the last patch.
New one, yeah.
Because that's the first thing I always do whenever I come into a new single-player game, is instantly I go and grab
logs?
I go and I punch a tree 5 or 6 times, okay, get myself some wood, and then make myself a pick, and then instantly I start running for cliffs. My goal is to find a cliff with some coal in it.
Or coal.
And dig it out.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now you can just punch trees and
not have to worry
get your
about
pick and get a little bit of stone, make your furnace, and then you can make charcoal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I support this.
So my understanding is charcoal is the same as coal, except they are just they can't stack with each other.
Right.
But the same properties.
Now, do you find that odd? Like, why didn't he just make coal?
Yeah.
Do you think there'll be other purposes in the future that only charcoal works for? Maybe it will be a chalk or something.
It's possible. It might also be used...
Cave paintings.
Because he's talked about doing like a lantern. So maybe that's going to kind of come into play.
Oh, be fuel for that and the helmet light or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Plus we could have tailgate parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could use a whip on the cow to get him onto the grill, it could work.
Yeah. This is great. Good ideas.
Are you gonna read this last one?
Sure.
It's about the name stuff. I think we fixed that one up, didn't we? So why don't we just play this call in here
about missing chunks.
Hello to the shaft. I'm Evan with a question. I have a problem I found on some SMP servers. I was server hopping, looking for a good one, when I came across one that was missing a large chunk of ground all the way into the bottom. Being new to the server, and thus having no things to lose, I jumped in. The weird thing was, it started glitching, making me freeze in place until I managed to jump back out. I was able to see the ores hidden in the ground, which was nice, but it was still weird, because no one else had that problem. And it was a fast server too. Have any of you been having issues like this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Oh, I haven't had any problems like that before. Have you? It's a
Yeah,
missing
you see
chunk.
them all the time.
It happens all the time.
You just have to relog
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's server side. I mean, it's client side.
Yeah.
client.
And yeah, we talked about that last show. I didn't even realize that before, but it's all.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's never really bothered me all that much, except on Chaos. Like when it would happen on Chaos, you don't want to be out. You don't want to do any. You have to disconnect and reconnect real quick.
Yeah.
Because you're in danger.
Yeah, and that.
Well, I think that it helps a lot of people find hidden bases underground on Chaos, which
that's
is crappy.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I found some iron that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Me and
Well,
Eric
you
went
can't
hunting for
miss
diamonds
those
and-
veins.
Yes.
Are squids rare on SMP servers?
No.
No.
Because I had I haven't seen them yet on an SMP server.
That's true. I
They're
haven't
just
either.
like. Sorry.
You have to
ahead.
go to the bottom of the ocean. That's one thing, and they spawn out a little ways. Like they don't. If you're real close to the water, they're not going to spawn.
Okay.
And they make a little sound, right?
It's like friendly. All the other friends.
Yeah, if you're up on the beach, sometimes you can hear them, like, because they'll try and swim to the lowest part. So once they hit the bottom, they just mess with the dirt, and you can hear them.
The little
Yeah, it
sand.
makes clicking sounds.
Yeah.
Like footsteps, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's creepy.
creepy squid.
Creepy.
You should be able to put a squid on your head and make people think you're Cthulhu.
Squiddies.
Yes. Oh, we just got an email from Notch. She's already added that in the game. Sweet.
Awesome. Squid heads.
Excellent squid heads.
Yeah. Maybe you could have football teams. The pumpkins versus the squids.
Nice. All right. We going to do one more or something? How long has this show been? Is it really long?
Yeah, we're
Wanna
up to
do,
about an hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Yeah.
We should probably go ahead and call it.
Well, let's do Astrogali's next. Let's do his real quick.
Okay.
Because he's a big supporter. Astrogali says, "Hi guys. At the moment, there are still several bugs in Minecraft which people have managed to exploit in ways which seem to benefit rather than break the game, like water ladders and minecart boosters. If you were not, would you 1 parenthesis simply remove the bugs? 2 parenthesis try to improve on the original intended behavior so that people might not miss the bugs, or 3 leave them in. Keep up the good work, Mark Astrogali Cooper. P.S. Note to Brent, Wes and Eric say my name the right way, say the way I do, Astrogali, just so you know."
I think he's wrong. I think it says straggly.
Astragally.
Straggly.
I'm 50-50 on this. I do think as a weird illusion, when we were younger, we used to play Qzar. Okay.
Oh yeah, laser tag.
Laser
thing.
tag,
Yeah.
right? And there was a bug in the system where if you got shot, you had about 1 second from the time that you got shot to get a free bullet off. Okay.
Okay.
So it was oh, you shot me, I shoot you back immediately kind of thing. Whereas people who had never played the game didn't know that trick. And it was, knowing the bug made the game more fun. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe some of the glitches in Minecraft, like water ladders, they don't bother me. I think they're kind of neat, and the ability to use them seems nifty to me, not detrimental.
And I'm a big jerk, so I say fix the bugs, and if you liked whatever that bug did, introduce something later that does the same thing.
Make a mod?
No, just build it into the game. Say if not water ladders, for example, if someone needs a quicker way to get up a ladder, well, make an elevator or something. Mm-hmm. You know, make another feature that does the same thing that people like, but fix the bug.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think that's kind of cool, knowing the glitches, because, you know, if you play something like, I don't know, Call of Duty or something, or Team Fortress 2, and you know the map like crazy, you know all the little secret things and all the little passageways and the shortcuts. Well, you kind of have a one-up on everybody because you're more experienced on that map than everyone else. So if you know the glitches in the game, well, you're more experienced in the game, therefore making it more fun for you, less fun for the people without the knowledge, but that drives them to want to learn more, and then the cycle just keeps going.
See, but we've already decided this episode, you're a big cheater.
Yeah. Well, I think there's some things, like the whole torch and sand thing. I mean, really, you know, sand and torches, they don't interact that way in real life, you know?
When was the last time you put a torch under a sand block?
Yeah, it totally works.
But at the same time, like, knowing how that works, knowing the cool ways to bend the physics in the game make for some interesting situations. And as long as it's not game breaking, as long as it's not like changing the general vibe or theme of what's going on, sometimes I think those glitchy things are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Cheaters.
Nothing but cheaters up in here. Well, then, you want to do the next little
Sure. Housekeeping. Housekeeping. Mean for pillow. Mean for pillow.
I like making Wes do that. So, what's any kind of little... do you guys want to do any little housekeeping? Any announcements or things going on with Discover servers or your Let's Plays or anything like that?
Oh, I was going to let you go first. I talked a lot.
We have a new dedicated server that we just picked up, a beefier one that's going to allow us to do a lot more, but we're still kind of waiting on buckets, so... Don't know exactly what we're going to do, but we have many new servers coming up soon, and we should have a new website up either tonight or tomorrow, an actual website.
How do you have beefier servers than what you already have? You have the beefiest server I've ever seen.
But instead of hosting 4, now we can host, 20 or something.
Holy
You make me feel so inadequate.
And he is inadequate.
We want to be able to do, like, how people are doing these survival maps where they a lot of people are doing Let's Plays on these survival maps, or they see how long they can survive on these desert islands or whatever. We want to be able to do things where you can have servers that are kind of temporary, where you can have teams that go on and do these things and compete. So we need a bigger server. And we've got a bunch of other stuff going on, too.
We've been working on some ideas for some games.
Yeah.
So we should talk.
Game servers. We should definitely talk
because we've been wanting to do some competitions. Yeah.
We actually had an idea, and I still got to talk to C1. I know we kind of talked about it on Friday about doing a possible game tonight. So stay tuned to Twitter, and we'll talk after the show. We might get a game going on tonight.
Very cool.
It's a very special game.
I want to do something that's really ambitious and really hard, so I'll just throw it out there, not worrying if someone steals my idea, because it's not really that original anyways, but I think a Minecraft like a survivor style Minecraft, where you compete every week. Say you have to build shelters or water ladders or whatever, and when you get voted off, you get taken off the whitelist.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And it's all filmed. And it's all filmed from everybody's perspective. So you'd have to have a lot of video editing and moving a lot of files around. So it's a big project, but it would be a lot of fun.
What I was thinking about doing was making adminium cubes, and putting the same sets of chests with the same ingredients in each, like, adminium cube. And then you bring the whole team in, okay? And you have multiple teams, and everybody has, like, 1 hour to build the coolest thing they can build. And the only restriction is you have to have somebody there to fraps it, so that we can take the video together. And anyway, that's one of the things I want to do. I think that would be cool.
It's almost like a StarCraft competition or something. Maybe you can see all the squares on the screen at the same time. Then you have a commentary. You know, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be crazy. Oh, also, I wanted to ask if anyone knows Sea Nanners out there. Ask him if he wants to be on the show. Because I've asked him a couple.
Play Minecraft?
Every now and then, it seems like he tweeted something Minecraft related not too long ago, and then he liked my Minecraft rave video. So I mean, I think he's still interested in Minecraft. But anyway, don't spam the guy. But if somebody just knows him or something like that, just ask him if he wants to be on the show.
And get us his home telephone number and his address
and what kind of pizza he likes.
Yeah. And
we also got server news. We already kind of talked about it. The survival server's up now, and we'll get that fixed soon. We are on a dedicated server now with the host. They seem to be good guys. If we have a couple weeks to kind of kick the tires, so kick those tires and let's make sure it will run well for us, and that's what we need. Along with that, we have a new mod for the community, and this is for the Minecraft community, and that's Seagon. He's a very helpful guy whenever people are on. So, that.
Yay.
And I guess that's it for housekeeping. We got shout-outs. We don't really have a bumper here, but we did want to thank all our sponsors again. We had a lot of sponsors from Discover for sure this week, so thank you guys a ton. And then, of course, EGN, the Extel Gaming Network. Head over 220-2330-147 and go help build the Shaftlands area 2 over there with us. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. And
Thanks for having us.
You guys are so much fun to play with. And Satori, you're like a really good designer. Everything you make is just like really just looks awesome, and it's really cool.
And Avidya, all your stuff is really functional.
Yeah. Yeah, really. My experience with Avidya is building the underground stuff, and he's building all this functional stuff, just like you said, farms and like the crazy tree farm thing. I didn't actually know that existed, that you could grow shafts of wood. You could erect shafts of wood, and without the leaves, right? They just go into this.
Well, it's like art in itself too, right? How it's done, so it's really cool too.
It's very pretty.
I learned all that stuff on Chaos on the run because I didn't want to get killed and lose all my stuff.
On the run.
Take it on the run, baby.
And whoever's house on the survival server that had the creeper blow up next to it that blew me up too, I'm sorry.
Oh.
That sucks.
Oh.
Brent's a griefer.
I'm pretty sure it happens a lot because that area there was a lot of holes.
Yeah, sure.
I was in it with a creeper.
Creeper.
It was me alone with a creeper. We made a hole in your house.
So you can check out Discover. Go to discover.us, and that's discovr.us.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And that is the letter U and S, not YOUESS.
Yeah. That's the place to be, to go to the 160 servers they have, or whatever it is.
And as soon as you log on, they upgrade your computer and they wash your car.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Very high.
Yeah, maybe we should just move our server to their farm there.
I've been thinking
about
I think we offered.
I missed this one.
Yeah, I missed this too.
Well, check it out. On Monday, we'll listen to the show again.
Yeah.
And we'll see if that's true. If we get the offer during the show, then we'll do it. Cool. Awesome.
And don't forget, if you're listening to this on audio, don't forget to wait for the YouTube video to come up. There's an alpha code in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
videos generally YouTube video on Tuesday. Monday the audio edition comes out. And thank you to everyone who sends in iTunes reviews. We've gotten a ton. I tweeted another screenshot of a couple of iTunes reviews, one about poop blocks. I thought was pretty awesome. But they're always a good read, and it always inspires me to do something cool and extra for the show. So
I went to a party last week, and the people there, like I pulled up the Shaft on iTunes on their iPhone, and they were like so impressed. They're like, "Wow, we know somebody famous." I'm like, "You think I'm famous? That's cute."
Yes,
I think you're cute.
It makes my day when people make me feel famous. I mean, I'm not famous, but it makes me feel like special when somebody says hi on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
I was showing
Exciting.
I was showing a real life friend some of the like fan things that people have done with regard to me for over the years, a control point and stuff like that, and it creeped her out. Actually, she's like, I don't understand this at all, and I don't know why people would do this. You're really creeping me out, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, getting on a lot of these servers, when Eric gets on there, it steals the show. Like, immediately, it's Eric's my favorite. And I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, hi.
But there's perks to that too, though. When we were on Chaos, nobody would grief our base because they loved you guys.
That's true. We got apologies for
Yeah, they got apologies, and they even came in and fixed the griefing from the people that didn't like you.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty nice.
Well, again, thank y'all so much. Y'all made the show much more fun than with these two losers.
Yeah. You guys want to pimp out your Twitter accounts?
Actually, I would like to thank Wolv and Bitburner for keeping the chat on lockdown.
Very
I've been
nice.
watching them this whole time.
We've turned them into workhorses for the whole show. They come to enjoy the show, and they end up like modding the heck out of everything.
Yeah, we got Paul
Yeah,
Source
they're
Jr.
hardcore.
too. Wow, yeah, that's crazy.
My URL is avidya.us.
Cool.
Easy.
And Satori,
Do you
You
want
can
to?
find me at Discover Satori on Twitter.
Cool.
I don't have a website. I haven't gotten that far.
No one uses those anymore.
yeah, it's all
I
Twitter
know.
and Facebook.
And as always,
Yeah.
you can get on our feed at Brent Copeland, and we'll see you next week.
Congratulations, you made it through The Shaft alive. See show notes and leave comments for this episode at theshaft.deadworkers.com. Send questions, comments, and audio to theshaft@deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at 256-812-1010.
That was a good show. There's a lot of singing,
A lot of singing.
a lot of hanging out.
Little bass line.
Shaft. Just a shaft. Thanks for joining us on the Shaft. Shaft. Welcome to the Shaft. Shaft. Welcome to the Shaft. Shaft. We'll talk about the Minecraft. Craft on the Shaft.
What's up, weird?
Dead Workers Party Network. The Shaft that smiles back.